Black Thought and Danger Mouse album that came out 2 weeks ago now, Cheat Codes. And, I think there's a lot to be excited about on this record, but probably most of all, just getting Danger Mouse back producing rap music like full time, or at least like a full project is pretty awesome, right?
Yeah, I think that's exactly right. His first complete rap album he's produced in 20 plus years. Certainly a prolific producer, legendary producer at this point, but he has spread his talents around and worked with rock artists and worked with other rappers and done all kinds of stuff, really, But I think more recently, it's like, what do people think of with him? Like the Black Keys, like Beck, like he's kind of all over the place. Gnarls Barkley's probably a bit in the rear view at this point, but yeah, to have 5-time Grammy nominated producer of the year, Danger Mouse, alongside the frontman of the Roots, Black Thought, sounds pretty obvious. And apparently they've actually tried to make this album happen for a long time. It used to be called Dangerous Thoughts way back in the day. Alas, they finally are here. And I think it probably makes sense too for Black Thought to do something like this, because he's the past few years recently come into his own as a solo artist, apart from the Roots, with that Streams of Thought EP series and then the album in 2020. So definitely kind of unexpected, but still really cool. And I don't know, do you think this album Cheat Codes actually did it surprise you in any way? Because to me, I think it's like really good, really well done, as you'd expect. Really classic boom bap production from Danger Mouse, pretty inviting samples from some of the songs. Black Thought, as you'd expect, lyrical mastermind, dexterous flows, rapidy ass rapper. People know this. But do you think Black Thought at age 50 and Danger Mouse at 45, do you think they can really wow you like that anymore? Or is it just really good, but you kind of expect it to be really good?
Well, I think there's like two different thoughts that come to mind with that question. The first is, no, I don't think that there's anything that like surprised me on it, but I do think I was very satisfied and maybe somewhat I guess like I wasn't expecting. I don't know if I'd say surprised, but I wasn't expecting to see the amount of collaborators on here. Black
Mm.
Thought, I think, pretty famously is very selective with the people he brings on and works with it. He doesn't just do verses for anybody and doesn't just bring on anybody for the projects. He's very selective. And so seeing the range of people on here made sense, and seeing some people that I've been hoping to get some music from recently, or that we haven't been hearing from. I'm like, this is pretty interesting. That I think the other thing is Danger Mouse, for as dexterous as he is as a producer, and obviously someone that has produced for many genres. Probably the band I think about him with most is the Shins and James
Mm.
Mercer with their collaboration for Broken Bells. What he does for a group like, or for Broken Bells or Gnarls Barkley, is quite different than what he does on this, and it's just kind of nice to know that Danger Mouse can still reach back and you know uh, throw this pitch to this level still. I think like my one like I don't know, my one critique of this would be uh sometimes some of the mixing felt a little like
Mm.
strange in terms of choices. Like, I'm trying to remember exactly what song it is. Strangers is one of them. But there's another song. Oh, the darkest part, where with Raekwon, where it just feels like Black Thought is like not like close to the mic, and I think they're trying to like create some sort of vocal effect, but it just kind of
Mm.
makes it sound a little washed out at points. Um, and I'm I guess I'm just like, Black Thought has an incredibly strong rapping voice. Like, I just want to hear him coming through crystal clear all the time. And I'm not sure if these like choices really added much, but
Mm.
that's like a small nitpick for me on a lot of this. Tell me about the, because I saw you nodding your head when I was talking about the collaborators on this. What were the people popping up on this that you were most excited to hear from?
Yeah, well, I think there's some obvious candidates. And honestly, I think if Danger Mouse made an album with some of these other artists, that's probably an even more inviting proposition than, say, working with Black Thought in his 30th year in the game.
Hmm.
Joey Badass, ASAP Rocky, especially. I think both of them would be very intriguing, very tantalizing with this kind of vision on the producing side of things. Um, Run the Jewels, hearing LP and
Yeah.
Killer Mike with Danger Mouse. Yeah, shocking. Sounds great. Um, in terms of my favorite song with Guess, I actually think my favorite song on Guess is The Darkest Part, just
Mm.
because that Kid Sister chorus I think is incredibly catchy. You got Raekwon the chef doing what he does, Danger Mouse bringing you these keys on the beat. I really like that one a lot. But yeah, I mean, I think it was great to hear a lot of these guests. And I'm not a Russ guy at all, but I thought he actually sounded pretty good on Because as well.
Yeah, I think when Raekwon comes in on the darkest part, even though he also is a little bit drowned out with the rest of the Sonics on it, I think it just kind of levels the song up. Raekwon has a tendency to do that. Just, any song he's on, just the song automatically feels like it's better. I really liked Belize, with the Doom feature on that, but
Yeah.
kind of calling back to some of Danger Mouse's collaborations with Doom back in the day,
Danger
and
Doom.
really just thought that song was really fun. Strangers, you mentioned that one with Run the Jewels and ASAP Rocky, but that's probably my favorite track off of this. I really just think that's like the catchiest, but also just like sounds so badass. Like the way that the beat is like toned down on that. But the song that maybe surprised me most, or the collaborator I was most surprised to see, was Michael Kiwanuka,
Hmm.
um, who, I mean, I know very little about Michael Kiwanuka, to be completely honest, other than I'm pretty sure he's the guy that sings for Big Little Lies, right? Isn't he the guy that sings the intro to that?
Oh shit, that's right. Nice pull there.
So to
Yes.
see him pop up on this album, I was like, huh, this is not someone I would have expected to see on this album with these two people, but I think his vocals really add this like dreary kind of like gloomy like feeling to the song, which is really just like inviting with this like almost like grinding city type feel to that beat. So I thought this was a really fun album, and maybe it's not surprising, maybe it's not going to blow you away, but for as many albums we listen to where we're like polling for anything good to talk about, I feel like all I have to say is good things about this. So I was pretty pleased.